on occasion, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's talk about issues to different issues concerned to what we see yesterday, and then past that we also go and check areas of what they call different monetizations, okay, on YouTube's. So basically, what a YouTuber should first know before opening YouTube channels, uh, there are quite varieties of business normal people choose to open their channels. If you look here inside here, my areas, this is my business on my back there. All logos there displays. Several logos has been displayed there at the back, so which is totally telling you about all the kind of business I have here. That is concerned of what is my employment type and what is my employment. Okay, here I do self-employment. Self-employment with the concern to business, and then on which that business is called a financial service. Okay, I do here totally financial service. And if we take QA, and then we answer various areas of all the YouTubers areas. Of course, there are some people that are running a postcard, and then there are some people self-employed, working from home, business people, business, they want their business to be known, they're promoting their product. And then comedy, they are promoting love among the families, they're using a TV comedians. And then journalist, because this is a kind of books a person write a books like this, draft a memo, a drive a content, and then don't want such books to be lost, such as a bookkeeper. A journalist is a bookkeeper mostly, and then maybe track of financial services, maybe track of customer service, maybe track of family issues, track of any other country matters, track of government element reports, and you name it, and then they're all called journalists. And then journals, and then governments, areas of governments, government for federals, government for professionals, and then depends. And then on the other hand, YouTube as a music industries, and then music's worlds, and then TV shows, and then arts. Okay, on other hands. Therefore, put in mind also payrolls either from my government or social media, or you say wire and transfer from your friends, your families, your fans, your sponsors, and then the people who interfere with your business, who interact with your business, who love your business. And then eight, that is maybe service Canada or service Ontario, depends upon. So then that is all depends upon the payrolls. Banking basics. On banking basics, of course, there we have a personal account, checking and saving accounts, wire and transfer. We have payrolls, and then on the other hand, we have government wire and transfer. On the other hand, we have friends, families, employers, payrolls coming from employers, and then your families, your friends, and then you name it. Okay, the small amount of money they give to you as a gift, that is your friend, and then you name it. Business account, and then joint account. But we know that every YouTuber is a trillionaire, of course. They're all trillionaires. And then we talk of also deductions. Okay, on YouTube yesterday, there are deductions there, deductions. Higher governments, we said if it comes to such kind of deductions, YouTube is saying, yeah, we can take 45% out of your earning. Okay, you earn per year, you are earning. Let's take examples on that end there. On that end there, we have this one, African Nyoko, who is she's in Pakwach. That is northern Uganda. she's acting different. Her different self-employment business introduction to there, which relate to family source, and then they are working, and then she work, and then she earn roughly let's say 38,000. She's earning 38,000 a year. Okay, because the view is there. They monetize the views from at least ranging from 2,000 to 1 millions or to 2 millions average maximums. Okay, and then there they tell her they will deduct addition 55%. YouTube said they will deduct 55% from her budget, and then to YouTube, and then YouTube said they will give 45% to her. And then how do you expect is that one we talk of deduction for those areas, so that we can at least break down these deductions order, okay? So that you can get a clue out of those deductions. When we talk of deductions, that is the deductions, and then higher government. We said if it comes to deductions, higher governments in your countries that can act as on your behalf, okay? Higher government in your countries that will be able to act on your behalf. If you hire government, then the government will cover a wide varieties of areas where the YouTube is deducting such kind of money. You know, deduction is if we talk of 45%, that is for sure is a movie, is not a job. Okay, that is not a job. So solving these deductions, you need to hire the guy, or you need to hire such kind of a persons from your countries. Okay, you hire that particular persons, and then the particular persons only will take care of that deductions. They know, because every business, we know whatever you do it in Africa, there is a tax collector. They will come and ask for money. So we know, since you have to put first in place 15% of tax, maybe the tax will rescue 2% off, okay, as a discount. 2% off, you are likely to see yourself at 13% of tax from employment. And then let's talk of the union due. Okay, we talk very wise. We say the union due should be 2% on the cases of YouTube's. That is 2%. Okay, they will deduct 2%. Let's say that is a 15%. Is no longer there for Canadian. For Canadian, that is really 13%. Okay, as the union due. So here, for the YouTubes, for them to survive, for them to ensure that they're not cheating you, you're not cheating them, and then the government is not cheating them, and then what is required there should be the deductions. You'd have to hire a person that will be hired should be called, such as we called record of employment. Okay, YouTube does the track of record of employments. I'm a YouTuber, you're a YouTuber, that is a YouTuber, that is a YouTuber. I track my videos, they track my employment histories, right? So these tracks of the employment histories is what they call record of employment. Okay, the record of employment. This record of employment is the one that a YouTuber or a YouTube itself should use to mandate. Okay, to mandate such areas to a government. Okay, the government deduct 13%, and then YouTube said I need a due. Okay, the due should be different. That's what we said. Hire government on your country, in your country, that can act on your behalf, and then acting on your behalf will enable that particular government's hired, okay, getting that government hired, who is deducting that 45% from your budget, so that you hire that particular government, and then the government is stand there as self-employed. We call it self-employed. Okay, you stand here self-employed, the government stand there self-employed. The two of you stand win-win solutions. Okay, so the government also get deducted 13%. You get deducted 13%. So the two of you, you are looking yourself at 26% deductions. So vacuating which areas? Vacuating the heavy deduction, which is 45% out of 100%. So there the government is hired for 120,000 a year, and then I am also hired for 120,000 a year. And then now the government is 120,000 a year, I'm 120,000 a year. Here we are balanced, okay? We are balanced. We balance the equations, and then the government got deducted 13% out of 120. Out of that, the government deduction is 15,600, and then mine is 15,600. The same amount the government retained, okay, from my portion salaries, from the government's salaries, and then to the federal and professionals, and then the money goes to, okay, because if the provisional is 7%, then the federal is 8%. Are we there together now? If we are together, that is how it is supposed to be. The consent of the deductions areas, that is consent of deductions areas, and then when you hired a person acting on your behalf, and then resolving all the disputes of heavy deductions. If let's say it, uh, according to YouTubers, they make wrong decisions because they want to bend over your $1 investment, which you invest online, that people they are seeing. This is $1 yield, $2 yield, $4, because the guy from Nigeria saying this is one S bet is the best platforms. Okay, the bidding speed is from $1 to $2, $2 to $4 now. Okay, now the guy come said I want 45% out of your $4, which you earn. You produce 4 videos, and then in these 4 videos you earn $4, and then 45% deducted. You neglected, you are here murmuring somewhere there, and then here the tax deducted 13%. You see yourself, the other guy see themselves, nothing there gained, of course, potentially. Where your channel's ownership may be the federal or provincial, of course. If the government is acting on your behalf, of course, you hire government in your local area, and then that are acting on your behalf, where your channel ownership may only be federal and provincials. Okay, the channel ownership will only be federal and provincials. That is when you hired the person, employees, and then the employee has your authorities, has your studio authorities, and then the fully employed there in your studio, and then has the full mandate authorities, and then the mandate authority is 13% from your share. Okay, and then we will extend the rest of the orders as it goes, because on the other areas we also gonna be tackling what kind of banking basic you have over your countries. Okay, we will hold that to banking basics, you will be able to see there. Okay, and then if we talk of different deductions, that is must be the tax or the GST, HST, QST, if you're in Canada or Quebec. Okay, that is tax, GST, HST. And then we know if you are in local areas such as Africa, that could be tax, 15% tax. And then out of 15, maybe the government of Africa, I'm not there physically, maybe they may deduct 2%. If I'm speaking for North America, yeah, we are 2% deducted. We have 2% discount here in these countries. So if I'm using also employment agents, and then what about I'm a YouTuber, I'm using employment agents, then the same employment agents will apply 2% off, and then that will be 13% discount. Okay, with that concerns, if the YouTuber is residing in Africa other than United States or North America, and then that will be what, 13% or 15%, I'm not too sure. But if we talk of banking basics, that is personal account, we have checking and saving account, wire and transfer, payrolls, governments wire and transfer, friends, families, employers, and then we talk of business account, joint account. You know, our YouTubers, some YouTubers, let's say such as musicians, okay, the musics, the dancers, they have the dancers, they have the artists, they have they have the cameras, professionals, okay. So there are those people, they have the editors also there, and then there are actors, and then so there that, let's say that is joint account, okay. In that one studio they have there, in that one studios, if that is joint account, let's say it, yeah, let's hire the musician artist, let's hire the camera personnel, and then let's hire each one of them, and then put them on salaries, and then they earn their salaries this much according to their rates, and then we put them according to rates. If the other person feels, yeah, I want a gap with this, such a person, I want a differentiations, we cannot equalize the same money. That's why you may find such suggestions came very poorly with the YouTubers, because they said, yeah, this is 45%. You are saying you are neglected out of 100%. You are 45%. Which exams even here you do a small exam, which is 3 hours or 2 hours exams. You pass less than you pass less than addition, you pass less than addition 70% or 63%, you will be fired. You cannot go to you cannot pass. They want at least 63% up. They want 63% exams. That is at least 600% credit score. 600 credit scores. If your credit score is not a 630, and then you are down here, your credit score cannot take you to another university or to another level of your professions, you know. So that is mandate is not really there. So what we know is edition that basically the exams which you are founding, a child is minimized. A child is minimized, cannot pass 87%. The child is not self-employed. The child is under employment, working under table here. This is under table. The guy is working under table. Okay, so what do you do best? And then there you have to categorize them, their joint account. That is joint account. If it comes to joint account, only the boss earned the money in that particular studio, and then the boss earned the money, and then the rest feed on the boss. They all follow the boss feeding levels only. If the boss is earning 100%, and then that misconceptions may lead them very poorly, and then their performance will be very poor, unless the performance is categorized, and then their whatever their joint account, and then that joint account comes with a particular investment, and then the money is there, is calculated well. You hire this one, hire that one, hire that one, hire that one, or whatever is a contract is a recontract, and then yeah, they categorize, and then this one earn this much. You know, the difference should be within the earnings. So that is potentially within the edition, within the areas that we see, yeah, is poorly calculated, because we are seeing that is a big mess. If it's a big mess, of course, yes. What about if you do things like that? Here in Canada, we have what they call bills. Okay, that is bills. They have what they call bills here. So the bill guy is $19 per month. The bills is all $19, whatever it come to hydros, rent, not rent, but phone, you name it, utilities, $19 each bills. So if now YouTube says, yeah, these people who run the hydro is also YouTubers. YouTube will say, yeah, I want 45% from these people, 45%. And then you will find the resident here is getting their homes neglected. We are not a home owners. They are not going to be a homeowners, right? That is a business, you know. So with those kind of business, what we know here is anything $19, they have 13% tax there. They deduct, they push it away, right? And then anyhow they go and advertise, particularly to this one, and then you may find you have to categorize these industries like this. I squeeze it. I want this much. No, that is, it depends upon it's like a contract with like a contract of union due. You know, a contract of union due is like a donations thing which is given as a donation amount. A donation has no guarantee. A donation is roughly 3%. Normally, there are 3%, 2%, 3%, 2%, 3%. I'm not too sure. Sometimes they are really down. Union dues. So let's say this one, YouTube is like a union due. So if anything like that, we have misconceptions, and then we talk of price readjustments, no, price reductions, and then fixing the price as they were 2004 copyrights, or 2005 copyright, or 2007 copyrights. Okay, the price, if the price is the market price. And then here, if you look at those things, that is where the misconceptions of the price also germinate from. So because this guy overdue, and then leaving the participated industries neglecting a major faculty, and then they have to bend stealing from the publics, then grabbing public efforts, okay, grabbing this money so that they defend YouTube, only feed YouTube's 45%. That is what a negligence. If YouTube is that much, what is the YouTube capacity, and what is a government capacity? If a government said I'm 7% there, I'm 8% there, no longer that 15%, I'm 2% discount, and then I'm this much, and then what is YouTube supposed to be? If a union due is a 3% discount there, somewhere there, and then what is that criteria should match? This is employment standard, HRSDC, Human Resource Skilled Development Canada, Human Resource Skilled Development Canada, okay, WS, that is a workplace safety, okay, workplace safety, work safety, something to do like that. I'm not too sure. Something to do like that. And then those papers, we put them very far away. It's not easy to find them right now. But if you follow the other embassy we have down there, can tell you exactly when we are dealing portional with the employments. We drive it on that chart there, the papers which we just published last month, okay, in January. So you look at those ones, you will be able to see who they are, and then what the abbreviations really stand for. So that is briefly with that, and then can it briefly tell you exactly what we are, and then who they are, and then what they really do. Because that is to do with the efforts of different employments, the tidiness of the employments, how tidy the employment should be, and then what the deductions, and then what criteria they should be involved.